Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation for a very interesting spirits review. I am your king of extreme, Phil K.O.E., the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower. You can find me, of course, at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. And I am joined here at Castle K.O.E. by my indomitable broadcast partners, the one, the only,
your big bucking emperor chicken. Find me YouTube and Facebook. Big bucking empire for all your content needs. We got everything.
News, views, and we even have a few laughs once in a while. So, Big Bucket Empire, definitely worth checking out. And also, the one, the only,
quadruple distilled, non-coppa friendly, and I just love fucking whiskey. Like, share, subscribe. Tony G, Tony the Rod 2.0 on TikTok. Holy hell, here we go. This is gonna be interesting, sexy, hardcore, and everybody sitting back right now thinking, I can't handle this? No. You better brace yourselves, because this is gonna be badass, sexy, and cool. Oat Whiskey, bitches!
Alrighty, so
folks, this has been a long night, so get ready for a fun video.
Oat!
So, folks, we've got I'm just waiting for a point for me to get in so I can edit here.
Whiskey. Oat Whiskey.
Okay, let's try.
You leave it all in.
Chicago shish kebab. All right, we have here a very special oat whiskey from South Dakota, folks. This is called Bickering Bros, established 2006, 1804 oat whiskey. This is, let's see, a South Dakota original, bottle 192, aged 5 years, batch 6, and that, 80 proof. Now let's see how it sounds on the open here.
Oh,
well done.
Not bad.
So the minute I saw this, I was like, we kind of got to try this. It's oat whiskey. I've never had oat whiskey. I didn't even know that was really a thing.
It's going to be sweet.
Wow.
And from everything I've heard, it's going to be very, very different. The only thing it says on the back here, distilled and bottled, South Dakota Spirits Distillery, LLC, Pierre, South Dakota. The rest of it is, don't operate machinery and that kind of stuff.
What proof are we talking?
80 proof. So pretty standard, but it's 5 year aged. So this has been aged for 5 years.
Really?
Interesting stuff. So let's see how it hits the nose.
All right. Very light, but sweet.
Very sweet. Yeah.
There's something that kind of prickles your sinuses though.
There is. It's very pleasant. Very pleasant.
Yeah. Well, I think
80 proof. Okay. Cheers.
I mean, it's fair to say that oatmeal is what I'm getting on the nose.
No.
I know.
No.
I know. Hard to imagine, right?
No. I will not accept it. Shit. There is a... Oh, damn.
That's different.
That is way different.
I didn't expect that. That's not bad.
It's got kind of like a hot...
Shit.
I don't know how to describe it. It's a hot cinnamon that kind of dices into your tongue a little bit. The same way that it was kind of prickling my sinuses, it's kind of dicing into my tongue.
I don't think it's as sweet as cinnamon.
No.
I think it's harsher. It's more like an actual pepper.
It's
cayenne or
80.
Really?
The back end spice is the only thing that makes this thing really interesting.
This is not bad by any means, but
it's definitely, now you got to realize, why would you make oat whiskey at all in the first place? the story of distillation is the story of farming. Before we had the kind of drying techniques that we had, the only way you could save your product was to distill it. So if you were an oat farmer and you wanted to get your drink on, you're probably drinking your own oat whiskey. And so
It's good though.
yeah, like it's
delicious. It's sweet. It's smooth. I like it.
This is my first oat whiskey.
Yeah.
This is never. Yeah, I can't.
I don't know how many more times we're going to try an oat whiskey in this life.
Basically never.
Like,
this is actually
if I find
pretty
another
good.
one, I'll pick it up. But
This is pretty good. I have no complaints. This is very sweet, very smooth, very subtle.
I'm trying to think, like, because there's
Even the nose. Like,
okay, I've got it. The flavor is very specific, but okay. If you go to, they're called Tzo's or TZO''S. It's a Chinese buffet in Grand Island, Nebraska. One of the things they have is a jalapeno chicken, where they cook the jalapeno just right. So even if you eat the jalapeno, it's hardly spicy at all. Like but that spice has been well distributed across the chicken. So to me, this is like that jalapeno that's had, it's been caramelized, it's been cooked, and a lot of the luster's been kind of pulled out of it. But that's kind of what I'm getting here, is that like a caramelized jalapeno that's lost a lot of its juices. And it's one of my favorite things at that particular restaurant. It's literally, if you're within 50 miles, it's worth driving there for. But it's one of those very specific flavors.
I get very little vanilla flavors.
Yeah.
I get very little oat. It's like when you're trying to look for this as a bourbon, it's like, we know we're not going to get bourbon flavors. So like,
no.
But I'm looking for it. It's not there. This thing's rough.
Yep.
This is rough.
You feel like if you've ever seen the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, it's like, I'll have what they're having.
Yeah.
They're having whiskey. Like you kind of feel like it's that kind of like, you're in the Old West, you're on the dusty trail, and this is the kind of whiskey you'd get at a saloon. Like as much as I hate to say, this is like when you're watching Clint Eastwood walk into a town, like, here's one coin. I want a bottle and a beer. Leave the bottle here. But yeah, this is unique. I would say it's worth a try at least once. But now we're going to get into some interesting gradings here, folks.
Okay.
Because for those who do not know, we grade on a 5-star scale here in the K.O.E. Nation. 5 meaning you have to have it before you shuffle off this mortal coil. 0 meaning pass it on by. The K.O.E. Nation has advised you well. So we're going to grade this as an oat whiskey, as a whiskey, as a cask-aged spirit. It's shelving. And for those new to the show, the secret 5th question. So, as an oat whiskey, gentlemen,
considering this is the only oat whiskey I've ever had, and expectations of an oat whiskey for me are super low, I'll give this 3.5.
I'm gonna give it 4.5.
I was about to say, as an oat whiskey, I'm going to agree with Tony here. It's 4.5 stars out of 5 because I imagine
it's smooth. I like it.
Find me one that's been aged more than this. Like, that's one thing. Now, I suspect it's going to get a little harsher here.
Yeah.
As a whiskey, this is putting it up against all the bourbons, all the scotches.
2. This is not a good whiskey.
It's not Chicken's favorite. And
Ouch.
to be honest, like, do you know what I mean? Like, when I was smelling it, there was like a prickliness where like my immediate thought was threshing. Shit, like plants getting torn up. And when I'm tasting it, I'm tasting threshing, and also I found where some of the spices, plant chlorophyll. Okay? Yeah, like when you're just chewing on a leaf.
Yep.
So, as a whiskey,
not good.
I'm going to be all over the place here, guys. So, it was 4.5 as an oat whiskey. As a whiskey, I'm going to give it 1.75.
Ouch. All right. Fair.
Now, as a cask-aged spirit,
I'm going to go 2.25 because this has room for improvement, but it ain't there. It ain't there, dog.
Okay, limited experience with wheat aging.
oat.
Sorry, oat. Sorry.
Good. It's good. Not great.
I don't even know if it's good. I'm gonna go 1.5 stars on
Cask.
aged, because any other cask aged with the 6 year,
5 year.
5 year. Okay, well, okay, I'll compare it to 6 years. Most everything that's got 6 years, it's not as rough as this.
Yeah, like I said, this is just frontier trail whiskey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how else to describe it. As cask age, I'm gonna be a little more generous than you, and I'm gonna go to 2 stars because they really put some effort into this, and I guarantee you this is probably one of the highest.
Worth the squeeze.
Well, we're gonna get there. As in terms of shelving, I think we can all kind of agree this is a bottom shelf whiskey.
Yep, bottom.
But then this bears another interesting question. I paid $40 USD for this. Now, the question is, when this bottle runs empty, will I seek another one? That is the secret 5th question. T, you will not seek one?
No.
Chicken?
For $10.
Okay, so if he finds it on sale, he will pick it up. Now, I'm going to kind of throw you guys for a loop here, because this is not my favorite whiskey. No. Now, when this bottle runs empty, will I seek another one? Yes, I will, because oat whiskey is a conversation piece. Now, keep in mind, Tony, it is going to take me the rest of this decade to drink this bottle empty. Okay? Like, when it comes to everything else I've got and what I'm going to reach for, like, this is going to be one of those, like, if I'm having a card game here, hey guys, you got to try this. You might not even like it, but at least you can say you've tried oat whiskey. So it's one of those, like, kind of party favor, just interesting conversation pieces. But beyond that, like, that is its value, is its novelty. So Bickering Brothers, I really appreciate the effort here, honestly.
No, it's
I
not
appreciate
bad.
the effort.
It's not bad.
It's
Yeah.
not good.
It's just like Chicken said, is the juice worth the squeeze?
No,
That is up for you to decide, but now you know what we think of this oat whiskey. It's probably one of the better oat whiskeys, but the problem is it something you're gonna like? Because keep in mind also, there's something called Baijiu, which is really popular in China. It's made from Milo. I've heard when Westerners try it, they say it's like drinking razor blades. So it just depends on what grain and how you get it set up and how you age it. So this is very different from people who are used to bourbon, and they have a palate for like bourbons and sweet scotches and such things.
Sure.
I think, like, I kind of figured you'd like this a lot more considering you're so into peat, but it did not appeal. So, well, folks, now you are armed with information, and knowing is half the battle. So, folks, as I've known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us for this very interesting review of Bickering Brothers South Dakota Oat Whiskey. Now you can say you've heard of it. Folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. I hope all of you make it back here to the K.O.E. Nation happy, healthy, much the wiser. Raise a glass to yourselves. Tony, Chicken, take it away.
As always, folks, appreciate you. Love you.
Cheers.
I was about to say, for not liking it, you did finish it.
See if it just smooths itself out.
Back. Tell you what I'll do if I ever get back. I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost. We gotta take it down. Let you down slow. It's hard to survive.
Nice.
El Dorado. Oh, Lord. Well, let's see how that one went.
Yeah.